All right, big boy. You ready for this?
Oh man, I don't think the people are prepared for what is to come here over the next. It could be 3 hours. We may just whenever the game is over, this big bracket final sim between Seattle and Tampa Bay. We may just hang out, keep talking, and see how many people stick around.
I hope this game goes to quadruple overtime. I hope this game never
record
ends.
setting, I think, in Simland. We've had triple, however many times. I don't think we've ever hit the quad. And I mean, you're here, so it's fitting.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're
we'll
welcome.
see if my X factor already burning. I can already feel like the overtime coming here.
But really, like on that note, on the note of the quads, on a level of excitement between, let's say, like you just went out and got a new dog to, someone tells you that you have the legs of a child. Where does your excitement level rank here?
Well, someone telling me I have the legs of a child. It'd be like someone telling me I have the legs of Samir. That's
right.
like
yes, exactly.
Right, which is kind of like cute, and adorable at the same time.
Right.
But
yeah.
I'm probably closer to the level of like I'm getting a puppy right now. That's how excited I am for this. Like the Madden bracket final, you and I together for the first time in more than a year of these stinking things.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So, about 2,000 of these almost.
But yeah, like I'm glad you built the contest. You had that ready to go. We have almost 200 entries. So if anyone wants to get another lineup in a free roll, check out Kaufman's contest right now. You have like a few minutes to do it. Also, $15 and getting that 35K pool?
Yeah, people are running out of time for that. You got 5 minutes though, so plenty of time to, I'm sure people have already built their free roll lineups like you said, so they can just go and join that contest, import your lineup. You're good to go, effortless. $15 to enter, 10K to first place, $35,000 prize pool. Anxious to see how many people are part of it. Obviously, we'll find out as lineups lock here in a few minutes, but it's just another case of DraftKings giving away money to people who love the Sim Fam, and I love it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, same here. And I actually did like 5 minutes of research for this today. Like earlier this morning.
It is a good 4 minutes and 50 seconds more than usual. So that's a big deal.
Dude, well, here's the thing. When I don't know how it is for you, and you taken like $100 of my money for the past month and a half. So I kind of hate you for that. But
sure.
I feel like the times where I do research for these, and I don't know, DK Sim Fam, let me know what it is like with you guys too. The more research I do, the worse I do. Sometimes I just go with my heart and my gut. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I feel that.
So what I like to do, and it's totally counterproductive. You will relate to it from the standpoint of no research. I do like to do research on the real life teams themselves and storylines and what's going on. So we have those little, talking points during the sim, obviously. But when it comes to the actual sim and our contest and the teams that are involved, I will make the lineup or the contest, to go out at 2 a.m. or whenever I typically do it. And I will make my lineup right away. The second that I build the contest, I make my lineup. I spend maybe 45 seconds on it, set it and forget it. I'm done. It's not like a guy's going to get ruled out. So you just hope for the best at that point in time. That's pretty much what this is. But I love the people, a la our guy, Professor Z, Zach Thompson, who goes, he delves into the game logs and looks at past performances.
Ridiculous.
In these matchups, team on team. He gets into the histories. I love it. I love listening to him just educate us all.
Me too. If you guys want to check it out in the playbook right now, take a minute to do research, and then the final 2 minutes here to build a lineup, have at it, because it's on there. He's got his captain's picks. He's got value plays, fades. Dude, even has his game prediction on there. I mean, he's always on top of it.
Now, I remember you did a sim with Glash, however long ago that was. It was the first time you guys worked together, and obviously this is the first time we're doing a sim together. And you made didn't you between the two of you guys made 5 free rolls or something like that?
Yeah, so I wasn't really in great communication with him, which is not a shocker. And
it's typical.
So I think I went in and I made one, and I said, okay, I'm gonna make a few other ones, just fun ones with little goofy nicknames. They were 20, anywhere between 25 and 100 people in a contest. But see, you on top of it slacked me. I think it was this morning or last night, and
it was probably last night.
Yeah, and you slacked me the contest. I said, this is great. Dude's on top of it already. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I did my lineup this morning. That's how we got here.
See, Lineups lock in a couple of minutes. Let's see what we got going on here in the DraftKings conference room. The little chatsy on YouTube, Twitch. I'm not going to lie. I mean, the people know this. I don't know if you know this. I tend to spend a little more time in YouTube than I do on Twitch. Not it's no disrespect intended to the Twitch fam. I love everyone equally. YouTube I just find is a little busier. It's a little more chaotic, and I spend my time on that typically. Fantasy Hawk, Mr. Hawk. Kaufman and Lotzi on the same sim. Never thought I would see this.
I know. I mean, listen, same here, dudes. Just kind of popped up. You know, the key was like producer Madison, like growing up, graduating, going on and getting a real adult job.
Leaving us in the dust.
And then, producer Drew sliding in and us just being like, yo, dude, listen, we call the shots around here. I'm the highest paid employee at DraftKings. You're going to put Kaufman and I on a sim here in the next 2 weeks.
He said,
yeah, 100%. What was it the other day?
Hell with it. You're both available. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. He actually kind of did say that. He's like, hey, listen, it's all you two are available. You guys have both been moaning and groaning about doing a sim together. I'm finally going to actually make it happen for you two. I said, okay. Now, these two, so we had the Seahawks and the Bucs, right?
Yeah.
I was way off. I was way off with my prediction.
When you filled out your original bracket.
Yes, when I filled out my original bracket,
okay.
I did have the Jaguars and the Bills, kind of like, the Jacksonville Buffalo household that I live in, which, as a Jacksonville fan, and they were my pick to make it the championship game. At least I know that the Jags and, we lost to the eventual could be champion here. The Bucs knocked off Jacksonville in the first round. So
helps you sleep at night a little bit.
I don't feel terrible being wrong there. I don't know how the hell Washington ended up like beating Buffalo like a round or two ago, but it happened.
So I was also off, not as wildly off. My champ was New Orleans, who got, I think, knocked out in the Elite Eight. I had Houston, however, as the runner-up, and the Texans were knocked out very early. That was just turned out. I guess I was more rooting than thinking clearly because they were like a 30 seed coming into this thing. In this particular case, and don't be confused, folks, we were just talking about this pregame or, before coming on. Don't be confused by the seeding because obviously the seeding mirrors what the NFL draft setup is, and that's less than a couple weeks away. So Seattle, though, while a 10 seed, is actually the best team in Simland standings-wise in these sims going back to the holiday tournament. One game better than anybody else, leading the field. Tampa Bay not nearly as good, and so you would think Seattle has the edge in this one. Do you have a pregame pick for who's going to win this thing?
Yeah, I'm going to go the Buccaneers. I'll go Buccaneers. Give me Bucks.
Brady's due, after all.
Yeah, give me Bucks 24-17. Just off the top of my head.
If there's one thing Tom Brady needs, it's championships. We all know it. We all accept it. He's due. I'll take Seattle just to go on the other side. I'll take Seattle and go. Let's give us an entertaining sim. 31-24.
Because, what happened, I can't remember who won the last time, these two teams met, but I do remember many of the players that I rostered, did not perform very well. And so I'm saying this time is going to be a little different.
Well, let me pull up Professor Z and dive on into the game log right here. I'm going to look at my captain. We'll give our lineups in a second. But my very chalky captain, Russell Wilson, who has himself 97 passing touchdowns and about 1 billion more on the ground in these Madden sims. Last time these teams played, it was Sim 108. Just for some perspective, this is 136. So 108, it was a Seattle win at home, 13-10, low-scoring sim. And previous to that, another low-scoring win for Seattle, 12-7 in Sim 88. And just continue to scroll back. That's it. So they've only played each other twice so far in Madden 21, period. Both have been low-scoring Seattle wins. Does that impact your thinking at all?
Oh, no, not really, because I just don't think much when it comes to that stuff.
That.
I went with with Uncle
full
Leo.
Lineup look like?
All right, so I went Leonard Fournette in the captain spot. I got Russell Wilson. I got Tom Brady, Evans, Lockett, and Suckup. I had to throw a kicker in there to honor the life and legacy of Jason Rossi, who is still with us. He's just not with us currently on this sim.
He's not here tonight until he shows up in the chat.
you know it's only a matter of time. Once he puts his baby down, he'll be on here because this is where he has the most fun.
In truth, I expect Rossi to be here, like you said. I don't know if he's going to be here. I know Glash is going to show up at some point. because he's definitely sitting home with Sarah right now and going, how in the hell am I not on this sim?
I know. And you know what? I have to tell him is all you have to do is threaten your producer.
That's
and
right.
then if you're able to do that, you'll typically get exactly what you want. Oh my God, look who just popped up in the chat.
Did somebody say his name 3 times? Rossi's here.
Yeah, well, no, someone said kickers 3 times. He just like pops up out of nowhere.
Seattle's got the first, by the way, as we are almost a full minute into this thing. People are really in for a treat. I mean, I honestly don't think I'm being facetious when I say this to the people. So we've obviously never done a sim together. Everybody knows that. So we're here doing that, and this is sim number, whatever the heck it is. But this might right here, this hour plus that we are together, just you and I know like everybody else is here, but in terms of like actually talking and having a conversation, just the two of us, this might be the longest conversation we've ever had.
Well, true. I mean, we've talked like a few times, like in like the studio and stuff. And then occasionally, every once in a while, we text. Most of the time, it's you again, and dropping a contest in. Sometimes I'm like, "F off, bro. I'm not giving you like my $5 again."
I'm just trying to avenge Kenny because he's so upset that you said he has to Venmo you $20.
He does owe me $20, and he refuses to do it. Every time I send him a Venmo request, it like cooks in his inbox, and then eventually denies it. Why did that get out at the 1, or was that a touchback?
No, touchback.
Oh, that's gonna be a touchback. Okay.
Yeah, the Tampa Bay Gronkowski will start with the ball at the 20. So we are scoreless here. There's a look at Brady, of course, real life champ. My lineup, I've got, as I said, Russ in the captain spot, 78% owned in our smaller free roll, 23% in the captain spot. The bracket final, Bucks Hawks, but who cares? Goff and Emerson together for the first time. DK Metcalf, because, I mean, how am I not going to have DraftKings Metcalf in the bracket final and feel good about myself and sleep at night? Just can't do it. So he's in there as we got a completion for 10 yards. Brady starting off strong, 1st and 10 on the way. Also have Leonard Fournette. LaShawn McCoy caught that one. I don't have him. Chris Carson, Tyler Lockett, Scotty Miller. So what you're hearing right there is paying up for Russ and then just value all over the place.
So we ended up with 177 entries in our free roll. No, not bad at all. And then there are 1,940 in the 35K bracket challenge final. 10K to first place. That's almost 2,000 people going to be sweating this one out.
So keep a close eye on that, obviously. Just wild. At the moment, lengthy tie for first, as you would expect. People going with the Seahawks D in the captain spot, 2.6%. And, of course, the other people that are tied for first have the Bucks DST in that lineup. So people maybe were looking at those previous games and banking on a low-scoring contest for both DSTs or just begging for turnovers. I don't know. Fournette with a first down run out to the 41. 1st and 10 coming.
Did you see some of the ownership numbers for the quarterbacks? See that? 81% for Wilson in the 35K. And then Brady, 65%. So both Evans and Godwin around 50.
Maybe a little higher than I would have expected for Brady. It's not like he's sim dominant. He's not bad. He's getting whatever 17 and change a sim, but he's not Russ, that's for sure. Dom in the chat. I'm way behind in the chat, but I will catch up, folks. Dom says, cough on the right side. How strange. Choker adds, who says Emerson is in chair number 1? I'm just curious. I think what this boils down to is producer Mike and Daniel, our technical director, and Tara Lynn, who is here as well, shadowing Mike. At least that's what we tell ourselves she's doing. We don't really know, but that's what we say she's doing. I think they've chosen their sides, is what it is. They put Emerson in the 1 chair.
I think what it was honestly, I showed up first.
You showed up first.
Like I showed up on time tonight. If we're being honest, I got in right at 7:45, and I just popped in, and probably Daniel was just like, all right, I'm gonna slide him in right here. Coffee, you show up, and then we go on like a few minutes later.
Yeah, Daniel Mike confirms. Yes, Emerson showed up first.
Yeah, that's right, baby. I finally beat you in something.
he got the 1 chair.
Oh, dude. I guess you can do
most of
the
caught the tater. Oh,
you can do most of the play-by-play though, because I don't really do that anyway.
Honestly, I do way less of it than I once did. I mean, it was never, and like we're all the same in this regard. It was never heavy play-by-play on these sims, but I think there was probably a range where like Glash did the most, then I did whatever percentage, and then you came in third in terms of the emphasis on play-by-play. And since we've kind of all not ignored it, but certainly veered away from it compared to, the beginning of these things a year and change ago, like you said.
What's Gronk's ownership?
There's a nice run.
There he is.
Huge hole.
Is that Uncle Leo? No, that's McCoy.
No, McCoy.
Come on, dude. Gronk's 37%, so almost 6% in the captain spot. Again, I'm just looking at like the 35K contest.
Just looking at the chat here, Rossi. Cough starts the only sim of the day, offending the Twitch fans. Just classic. I should open it. 1st and 10 from the 12.
Come on, boys.
Nope.
Score it for me, Leo.
We're actually right back to the line of scrimmage. Hey, hit the like button, though. Let's have one big push to 100, folks. Let's get there before the end of the first quarter. Remember, you only got the one sim to like this thing, or however you feel about it. You just have the one sim. There's no Madden After Dark tonight. It's just the bracket final. And then, of course, everybody coming on back to normalcy tomorrow, noon Eastern, with the nooner and the start of a brand new 6 simulations over the course of 12, 13 hours. So that'll be great.
Yeah. It's not like a new season. We're just carrying it on, right? We're just kind of doing our normal thing. Like nothing changes at all.
It's just we're getting back to the isolated exhibitions.
Yeah.
I mean, there will again be another tournament or something of some kind. Just
these are great.
It just renews a little bit of interest in actually caring about who wins the sim for people.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is fun.
First
points of the game. Touchdown to wouldn't you know it. Wouldn't you know it, the dude who scored a couple in real life in the Super Bowl, why not in the bracket final, gets things started. Rob Gronkowski.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Back for another year. How long do you think he keeps going, knowing that, last year he played in more games than he has in a single season in his entire career. He played all 16 regular season, 4 playoff games, which he never had to do in New England, as we know. So 20 games last year, which was a first for him in his career, in his first year out of retirement. How long does he want to keep it up? He's still young, and I got to think as long as
he's going,
he's going to go.
Oh, 100%. He's not going anywhere. Like the next place he goes is actual retirement, and he'll stay there. And I think he goes away when Brady decides to go away. Brady wants to go another year, like obviously one more year. But if he pushes it to 2, I think Gronk, as long as his back doesn't like snap in half, I think he's 100% going to be there. They're bros, man.
I don't remember who it was. Well, Gronk acknowledged it in one of his recent media availabilities, talking with reporters and whatnot. But there was also a report prior to that saying that Gronk had, fielded offers in free agency, and one of the ones he considered was Buffalo. And of course, he's from Buffalo, so homecoming makes sense. But I don't know about you. Like, I never for 1 second took that seriously. Like, there was no way, and it's not as though, like, Buffalo's not good, why would he want to play there or anything like that. It was, this guy never, ever wants to play with a quarterback not named Tom Brady. He has said that. I mean, it's the only thing that pried him away from New England in the first place, outside of all the injuries, was I can't do it with Bill anymore. I can't play for Bill anymore.
It definitely came off like that.
Yeah, but he threatened retirement when they tried to trade him to Detroit because he didn't want to play with anyone other than Brady. So the idea. Also,
do you want to go to Detroit?
Right.
Like,
nope.
No,
we're good here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy's not playing anywhere else.
Nope. And down there, dude's just going to sit there and keep building his brand. Keep being the little brother to Tom Brady. He says gives Julian Edelman 69% chance of landing in Tampa Bay.
Hey, see who else is in the chat? Not only do we have Rossi, or at least did we have Rossi, I don't know if he's still here. Moose jumping on in. Ulrich saying hello. Says, hit the like or Emerson will take another 2-week vacation and abandon his DK family again.
First off, that's not true. But second, I kind of did abandon everybody. Our Canadian Prince of Poutine. Good to have you here, Jeff Ulrich. And it was an absolute pleasure to talk to you on the Sweat this morning. So much hockey knowledge.
I did text you during your sabbatical, should we call it that? Your sabbatical. And I said, I was like, so are you going to be doing more than one sim a week, or what's happening here?
I'm back, guys. I'm trying to balance having 2 dogs now.
This is a big move.
No, we were out of town for a little bit for a wedding. We're at it for like 5 days, and I gotta come back, and I gotta drive. I drove to Syracuse one morning. It was like 5 hours away to scoop our dogs up
from the varsity.
My in-laws, yeah. And so I scooped the dogs, came back. So yeah, I'm back now. I'm back. I'll be back tomorrow. You got the first 2 tomorrow. Then I'm hopping on with ZT.
Rossi says you've changed. He also says that
it's kind of true.
Any opportunity to trigger you is just to tell you you've changed.
First off,
he's being consistent.
That's not true. What he says that would trigger me, but I love you, Rossi, and it's good to have you here. And we got a 7-0 game after the first quarter, dude.
Yeah, Brady perfect, 4 out of 4 for 41. Russ 1 for 2, just 8 passing yards. Obviously, Brady's got the passing touchdown to Rob Gronkowski. That's all we've got so far. We'll take a little look-see at the rushing and receiving yards as well. Carson 4 for 9, Fournette. Uncle Leo there, 3 for 15. LaShawn McCoy, 3 for 26. And Carlos Hyde is 1 for 2. So Hyde, who, salary a little bit higher than a lot of people would have liked once the popular punt play, not super cheap anymore. And so people, I think, veered away from him ownership-wise. As far as the pass catchers go, again, Gronk's the man, 2 for 22, the score, 1 for 10 for McCoy. Dorsett, 1 for 8. O.J. Howard, another popular punt, 1 for 9. That's it. As Rossi gives us the little kissy emoji, says he loves us. And you, my friend. And love to see us up over 100 likes through 1 quarter. Now we need north of 200 by halftime because we're greedy. So keep smashing that like button. Hit the subscribe button here on YouTube. And yes, twitch.tv/DraftKings. Do us a solid and hit the follow button there because no matter how much I pay attention to Twitch, everybody else does, I promise.
Yeah, I will definitely give a shout out to our Twitch fam right now. So I think it was Piercy222 who said earlier that he could be in trouble if he doesn't win this thing. Could be in trouble with his wife. Okay, he's like, I know. He's like, if I don't win this thing, you may not see me for a while. All right, so you're going to pull a Lazio. It's going to dip for a little bit and then eventually come back. Oh, my God. I thought Russell Wilson was sacked, and he got up, and he wasn't sacked, and then he eventually was tackled.
Do you like these jerseys, these Seattle jerseys? Because I hate them.
Dude, the one thing that, does not get me all worked up are jerseys. I'm just not that super passionate about them. I look at them, I'm like, cool, man.
It's like or dislike more than others, even if you're not passionate one way or the other.
Well, for sure, but it's not like when the Red Sox just dropped those
the city jerseys.
Yeah, the city jerseys, the marathon jerseys. The blue and yellow.
People
many fans
very opinionated on that.
Oh my God, I'm like, dudes, life's gonna go on, bro. It's just jerseys for 2 days, man. But I also get some people are super passionate about that kind of stuff. That's cool with me.
Those things are all over the stands, though. People are buying them.
Yeah. Oh my God. Way. You see some of these vintage jerseys, these city jerseys that MLB's doing too. They're $300, $400, dude.
Oh, I believe it.
What is that?
Make your money back however you can in the midst of a pandemic. Touchback.
First time playing Fortnite. Yogi, CJ, ZWA, what's up? CEH, Mamba Vision, Smash
Lana.
Lana.
Playing Fortnite, by the way. Emerson on a sim. This must be a throwback.
It's like Nick at Night or something right now.
Smash
what's
Lana,
up, everybody?
Pays attention to Twitch. He'll tell Rossi that Smash loves him. There you go, Smash Lana. I got you.
Someone asking, where is Glash? We don't know.
I don't know if I said this already. I asked, producer Drew makes the assignments, as you said, and I said, should we be having a 3-man booth? Should Glash be here with us? And he did say, and I'm paraphrasing here, but he did say, there is such a thing as too much of a good thing.
Okay, I'm just texting him right now. Where are you? And I'll see
the sim.
I'll see what he says. It wouldn't shock me. Or maybe, it's a rare day off. I'll give you this and I'll give him this. Even basically everyone but me. You guys work 2 or 3 of these every day, sure. Work your tails off. So maybe he's actually enjoying a rare day away from the Sims. Good for him.
I'm hesitant to say this because now I feel like after you texted him, he might be listening, but in hopes that he's not. We should at halftime or some third quarter break or something, we should call him or FaceTime at the exact same time and see which one he picks up.
What happens if you're getting 2 calls at the same time like that? Like,
I don't
which
know,
one shows
has to go
up
through before the other, right? Or if we didn't want to go that way, what we could do, I saw this in some, I don't know, Avengers cast members. I think it was Falcon and Winter Soldier. They were promoting the TV show and they were doing this cheeky interview and they were like, so which of you is better friends with Chris Evans was the question. And of course they were both like, well, I am, whatever. So they said, all right, well, let's settle it. Both of you text him at the exact same time and we'll see who he responds to first.
Oh.
So maybe we should do that.
You want to then?
Well, you already texted him, so we got to do it later.
I have a heads up, or like I have a head start on you, but he could still decide to answer you back because he haven't answered me yet. So just ask him, where are you?
All right.
Picked off. Russell Wilson, Tampa Bay defense, putting Tom Brady and the offense back in position to deliver. Das Goods.
Sent.
Okay. Rossi says he's probably working on TikTok.
My dude Jared Kilgore, Coffin Emerson, I'm not worthy. What do you think of the Glash TikToks, by the way?
Sometimes.
How long do you have, right?
You know what? And I've told him this. I told him this too. I talked to him on the phone like last week, just catching up real quick. I said, sometimes you hit it out of the park, dude, and sometimes you don't. And that's okay. You keep trying, keep getting out there and doing your thing, man.
I love that he's putting himself out there. That's what it's all about.
I know. Are you on TikTok yet?
No, I've never even.
Oh my God!
Another one. Touchdown.
Yes.
Tommy.
Yes.
Again. Mike Evans with a score from 30 yards.
Let's go, bro.
I've never even been on TikTok with the exception of like somebody sending me a link to a TikTok video or obviously like Glash looking at his TikToks when he posts them on Twitter. But I've never physically been on the TikTok app. I don't have a login or anything like that. Are you on TikTok?
Yeah, I made one. I haven't like done any videos. I made it like 2 months ago or something, just so I can go on and like watch some videos like every now and then. But most of the good ones like come over to Instagram. If you put something on Instagram, I'll see it.
That's kind of how I feel. At least I don't spend as much time on Instagram as you do, but same thing. Like they're going to show up on Twitter. I'll catch them at some point. If something's big enough, goes viral, whatever, I'll find it.
Red, White, and Green says touchdown, Captain freaking Brady, baby. A lot of people happy about that Evans TB12 hookup.
I got to assume Tara Lynn is a TikToker.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Tara Lynn does strike me as a TikToker for sure.
Chef Duke, my God, Koff, you're so old. I am. I'm very old when it comes to stuff like that. No question.
Well, I think you and Ulrich's got to be older than us. And then I think it's you and me easily. Yeah, for sure. He doesn't act it, but he looks it.
Yeah, there's nothing youthful about his appearance.
Yeah, we see you here, Jeff. It's great to have you here, buddy. He says, wow,
Thanks for hanging out.
So many Brady touchdowns. Wow.
Closing in on 150 likes, about 500 people watching the Dream Stream here on the YouTube. Smash that like. We love you. 14-0 Tampa, looking for a rout here at virtual Raymond James Stadium, home of WrestleMania as well. That's a shout out just for you, Rossi. We got Mike, our producer, Daniel, our technical director, Tara Lynn, professional TikToker, Patrick, Kyle, Game Ops, just crushing it as they always do. It's good to have everybody here with us. Koff and Emerson together for the first time on the Dream Stream, maybe the last, but definitely the first.
Tara Lynn saying, you're geriatric.
When it comes to social media, I absolutely am. There's no question. Like, I'll see your, Instagram stories with, someone
mainly my dogs. It's my dogs or my wife.
Well, no, but it's not even that. I'm not like judging the quality. I'm talking about like the actual technicalities of like the technical precision of the Instagram stories, like putting, you know, that someone mentions you, so you put the video in there, then you comment all around it, or include an emoji, or somebody's freaking dancing, and this is in different colors. Like, I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I don't even want to know how to do any of that stuff. I am Instagram illiterate, basically. I could not be dumber when it comes to the gram. I don't even know if do people call it the gram? Do they call it IG? Is it Instagram? Is it all of it? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's like, dude, are you on the gram? Are you on IG? Or you could just say like Instagram. You know, I don't think you sound like old if you say Instagram.
Sure.
I mean, it is what it's like called,
don't do the whole Instaface thing like Belichick.
No, do not do that. Do not go that route. You'll give yourself away.
Yeah, no, I'm all about the my face. What do we got?
Smash Lana says you're still active on MSN Messenger.
Guys, I'm gonna. You wouldn't believe what my away message says on AIM right now.
Oh God, damn! Those were the days.
Busy
dude.
calling a Madden sim with Emerson BRB.
You remember those days where you get like so emo with like your away message or something? Like
they were a point of pride, man. Like for anyone that is old enough to remember, you know, for anyone that had instant messenger in college, or I guess if you're younger than us in high school, like, I mean, we had it in high school too, but in particular, it really became a thing in college for my age. It really, you know, like you got to remember, I am old enough that like Facebook wasn't invented until the year after I got out of college. Okay. Facebook was not a thing in college. So it was all about, I mean, MySpace, I guess, but it was really all about AOL Instant Messenger. And I mean, the quality of your away messages because remember, like people didn't have cell phones either, you know, just to really further highlight how old I am. Like cell phones were not a thing until probably halfway through college. So going back to your dorm or wherever you lived, you know, freshman year, sophomore year, and looking at your, like, I mean, you would walk back from class thinking like, man, I wonder who wrote me while I was gone and what people are up to. Like, I mean, you were eager to see how people responded to your away message or whatever. It was, I mean, that was a real thing.
Yeah. And
it was
like,
sad too.
Even,
it was
even Rossi's, it really was like sad. You're like, man, why was I so worked up over that? Like, but Rossi's like, so many Jimmy Eat World lyrics in the ladies away messages. It's like that, or like dashboard, like just something like, you don't know me until like you hold my soul, or something like super weird like that.
Crackle Smack Cough is now continually waiting to hear "You've Got Mail." I just hear it in my head. Mail. I don't even need to.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. AD Poker Cough. Samesies never made an IG. I don't know. I don't get the young people. I pretty much look at Instagram and TikTok in the same way that I look at Top Shot. You know, like I know it's important. I get why people do it, but it just doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah, if I need any kind of information at all about like Top Shot, which I don't know anything about it, I would just go to Lamarca. I've never met someone more dialed in with that than Lamarca and passionate.
We got a big Top Shot show coming up this week. Lamarca and Sherrod. Did you see that?
That's true. Do you have any details of that? Because I currently do not.
They're giving away a moment and everything. It's a real big thing. Let me
Thursday.
I want to highlight all the different stuff. So looking at it's Sherrod Hira, who basically runs the DK playbook. I mean, he's the man. He's Lamarca and Zach and Gary and Bukes, Edlow. Like Sherrod is everybody's boss. As we got a touchdown for Seattle. Who is it? Sure it is. DraftKings Metcalf. DK.
One time, dude, I wanted him to go Tyler Lockett. Like, please, for crying out loud, show the man some love. But DK's jacked, dude. He's ripped. You gotta get it to him.
Pinned tweet, if you want to look at Sherrod, and you may want to when you hear this, folks. It's at @C_Hira, HIRA 24. He says it's pack season, and he's hip, so he says SZN. It's pack season. Win a Mike Conley Seeing Stars NBA Top Shot moment on our new show, Thursday the 22nd. That's this Thursday on the DraftKings YouTube and Twitch. Here's how you do. You enter by following Sherrod and Matt Lamarca. So again, at @C_Hira 24 and at Matt Lamarca. One is easier to remember than the other. Retweet the post that I am reading from right now and reply with your Top Shot username. The one winner, okay, just one winner will get that moment, the Mike Conley Seeing Stars Top Shot moment. It ends at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on Thursday, the 22nd, and all sorts of terms and conditions there with details on DK Nation. But check out that tweet if there are the Top Shot fans out there that you want to win this moment. You don't have to pay for it. You can win it. That's how you do it.
So the 29th touchdown for Metcalf on the Dream Stream, 98th touchdown for Wilson. And finally, we got ourselves a little bit of a ball game here, but TB12, 3 timeouts, minute and a half to go. What do you think, dude?
I'm just getting Scotty Miller flashbacks from that NFC title game win over Green Bay.
Perfect timing. Look, you just got that.
It's speaking into existence, fam.
One of the fastest guys in this game, too.
I lost. I mean, not like I'm out there, wagering large sums of DFS money on a given night. I'm really not. But I was definitely a little more invested NFC AFC Championship weekend. And that Scotty Miller touchdown killed me in those showdowns. I'm sure some other people went the other way on it, but that was not a play I was excited about. Not to mention the fact that I was rooting for Green Bay to win that game, and that was basically the difference right there.
Tater Hater in the chat. Hey,
Your
Emerson.
guy.
Yeah. How's is it the Ore-Ida, like the potato company, right?
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it?
No clue. Hey, I just got a response from Glash. Have you?
It says now. Oh my God, did he do us at the same time?
I don't know, because mine is now also. I don't know who wrote first.
What did he say to you? He says, "Who is this?"
Same.
Okay.
Yeah, he thinks he's being funny because we wrote the same thing, so he's
over
wrote
it.
the same thing.
Over it. But I believe I have broken Tater Hater's heart when I tweeted out some love for tater tots over the weekend, and the company, Ore-Ida. I think I don't know if I'm saying that right or not.
I have no idea how to pronounce it.
Dude, why can't they just be like the potato company or something? Don't make me say a big word like that.
All I know is I eat the fries. And
me too. They're tater tots. I said, whoever invented tater tots, I really appreciate you and your contribution to society. And I didn't at them or anything. They must have found the tweet and they said, "You are so welcome." And so Tater Hater has discovered that. And we had a good relationship before, but I think it's damaged now because, as you could tell by his name, he's not a huge fan of tater tots.
Yeah, no, he's never really liked them. And yeah, we said what we said. I see you in the chat. Oh, Priv is here.
What do we got? Oh,
Priv's here. Sarah.
Wow. Well,
hey boys. Right.
Sarah, what's going on with Glash right now?
Is he curled up in the fetal position, listening to the Sim in the dark?
Yeah. All right. I need to know because I'm a little worried about him right now. Ore-Ida is short for Oregon, Idaho.
And pronounced Ore-Ida, says Old Man Dog Fans. There you go.
That's amazing. You nailed it.
How are you doing in our free roll, by the way? Because
I'm really bad.
I'm in last place.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You got to take a screenshot of that. That's incredible.
I am in last place with Russ in the captain spot, Metcalf, who has a touchdown, Fournette, Carson, Lockett, and Miller. I am in last place. Our leader is Fantasy Guru 13, about a half point in front of Pulpy.
Well, here's the thing. You won't finish dead last because it appears there are a
few blank entries. Yeah, I am in. See, I ignored those. I am last among entries that actually have lineups.
Okay, but hey, you know what? Could be worse. But yeah, I'm sitting one. You could be a lot better. 126 right now out of 177.
Would be considerably better.
I'd be pretty stoked if I was one of 6 entries right now, currently tied for first, though, in the 35K bracket challenge final.
Sure.
Because, I mean, right now, let's just say it would end like a 6-way tie. You're all taking home $3,000. So that's pretty sick, especially when you only spent $15.
Daniel has sent us a graphic as we've reached the halftime portion of this program. Says the Krusty Coffin Quadfather, the Dream Stream, April 19th, 2021, for the very first and possibly last time ever. When you and Lash did a sim together, though, wasn't it like the exact same graphic?
Yeah, it's really well done. He clearly has. Dude, you also look like 12 in that.
It's an older photo that he chose.
Is that from like when you were at Syracuse? What is that? Or is that
no,
like from
but not far out. Like maybe a couple years out. Yeah, that's it's a good find. It might even still be like my LinkedIn picture too. Because again, I'm old, so I have a LinkedIn profile.
Dude, I'm crushing on LinkedIn, like friends left and right. Like, is that something I could go around and like be proud about?
500? Easy. You kidding me?
Dude, I think I'm pushing like past 2,000. I'm like, you want to be my friend? Sure, I'll accept you.
So many connects.
I don't know who you are.
Let's accept everybody. Let's go. Bring it on in. This is terrific.
But then like people are like, oh, like, hey, thanks for the connection. Like, here, buy my book. I'm like, whoa, what did I just do?
I would love to.
Sorry, dude. Don't read, man.
Send it to me and I can help you promote it.
Not a whole lot going on in the rushing department. In terms of like receptions, though, Godwin is 5 catches, 52 yards. McCoy 2 for 13. Gronk, nothing since that touchdown in the first quarter. So still at 2 for 22.
We got confirmation from Sarah, by the way. It said he's TikToking. So.
Yeah. And I told him, like when I talked to him last week, I was like, bro, you know what's even better than your TikToks is Sarah's behind.
TikToks?
But Sarah's behind the scenes videos of him making his TikTok, because sometimes he like sees Sarah like watching him and he gets so embarrassed and like upset. He's like, stop, Sarah, go away. And he's being like super serious.
Yeah. She will sometimes, it's so sneaky too. Like I really don't even think he knows that she's doing it. So I hope he's listening to this. She will sometimes, so the way that I've never been there, but I can tell just from videos, the way that their apartment is configured, she will be in the bedroom and then you can see through the doorway into their living room where he shoots these things and does a lot of his sims. And she'll be like sitting on the bed and I can see her sort of positioning the phone like behind a magazine or whatever, shooting him TikToking in the living room. And she will just send me this video and just for my sheer amusement. And then it winds up on her, on her stories, Tara Lynn, on the gram.
Real quick, producer Michael wants us to throw to this video. He basically wants us to shut up. I was trying to put it in a more professional manner, but I'm going to read the line that he wrote for me. This is great. Perfect. Earlier today on the sweat, because we're going to start dropping these videos in like halftime to kind of like tease the sweat that we're doing now Monday through Friday. So earlier today on the sweat, MLB price check segment here, we were talking about a bat over 4K that our analysts all agreed on. And we're going to roll the clip now. This is really exciting stuff. All right, Nick, how about a hitter over 4K? A lot of options here.
Yeah, a lot of options, but I think that the number one guy has to be Justin Turner, and I feel like that might be a little chalky because he's a little cheaper than the other guys, only at 5.5K. But he's been on fire lately. He's caught barrel 7 times already this season. That's half of what he did last year, and like close to a third of the at-bats that he's had last season. And he's going up against Justice Sheffield, too, against a lefty. He mashes lefties. He has a 1.139 OPS against righties. So even if he goes up against their bullpen, if Justice Sheffield gets smacked around early, he's going to do well. But his OPS against lefties is 1.395, 3 doubles, 2 home runs. So I feel very confident against him. And then Sheffield's given up a pair of bombs to righties in 11 innings already this year. He's been barreled up 6 times. So I feel like Justin Turner is a must-have tonight.
Jules, were you nodding your head in agreement there?
Yeah, we're on the same page yet again. I think Turner is, there's other places that you can spend, but I think that Turner is kind of a cut above the rest of the guys that are, expensive bats on this slate. He's been on fire lately. Dude's hitting over 400 with 5 homers, 16 RBIs, putting up the numbers. And maybe there'll be a little bit of regression, but he's in a good matchup once again. He's got that opposite hand matchup that he needs against Sheffield to start the game. And Nick touched on the bullpen situation. So I'm looking to try and go somewhere else, but I think it's Turner by a pretty good margin. And like Nick said, it's chalky because I think a lot of people are going to see this. There's a reason we agree. and think that he's so far above the rest of the guys. But that's fine. I'll eat the chalk here, and you can be different elsewhere.
All right, so again, we're going to do the sweat. It's every weekday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. It's like all the DFS and sports betting knowledge. It's like a one-stop shop. It's great. Like all the sports, anything that's going on DraftKings, like we talk about. So you guys should join us. Wake up early, no matter where you are on the planet, and watch this show. We need your support.
It's not even just that, too, by the way. Like, regardless of who it is hosting it, and typically it's Jesse, sometimes it's one of us, but you will also have Moose and Bukes and Kenny and Gary and Reed and whoever else I'm not mentioning. Like all the people you're used to hearing from doing these sims are part of the sweat as well on a daily basis. So it's just more time with the fam.
And thank you, AD Poker says that's Oscar worthy little clip that we ran there. And dude, speaking of the Oscars too, the Oscars are coming up.
Yeah, Sunday.
They're coming up on Sunday, but like we're doing like that DraftKings red carpet film feast with Major League Eating, where there's like 3 guys who are going to be trying to eat like a boatload of popcorn, and then there's dudes who have to eat 50 hard-boiled eggs in like 6 minutes.
Well, tell the people about this, because you've been talking to a lot of these guys, whether it's Badlands and Chestnut and whomever else, to obviously ramp up for this partnership and this event that's going on next weekend or this coming weekend, I depending on how you want to look at that, I guess. What do the people need to know? It's got to be a free-to-play prize pool, right?
Yeah. There's a bunch of stuff right now, like on the sports book, and it's like they're going for the popcorn eating world record. It's gonna be Joey Chestnut, Jeffrey Esper, and Matthew Stoney. So Matthew Stoney is the one who won the candy bowl. Remember we did the whole candy bowl thing around Halloween? And then Jeffrey Esper, who's actually a teacher here in Massachusetts, we talked to him today. He's the one who won the snack down at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And so you got to incorporate Joey in. He's the number one eater in the world. Everyone knows him, hot dog legend. So those 3 are going to try. I can't remember off the top of my head how many ounces of popcorn it is, but it's an insane amount. And having talked to all 3 of them now, they're all super like nervous about how much damage it's going to do to like their mouth. Like just
their
going to
insides
shred.
in general.
Yeah, it's gonna be like eating Captain Crunch. It's just like shards of glass, like just slicing the roof of your mouth. But it's interesting. There's a couple undercards, and it's Nick Weary, Michelle Lesko, and Matt Hazard, and they're gonna have to do the whole 50 eggs thing, and like eating 50 eggs, and I think they have about like 5 or 6 minutes, which is kind of smart of them to keep Joey Chestnut out, because he's the one who already holds the world record for like the egg eating thing. He ate like back in 2013 in 8 minutes, he ate like 141 eggs.
I don't know how these people do what they do.
I don't either, man.
And I mean, it is exactly what you hear about. It's competitive eating. Like these guys and women, they train their bodies to be able to do this. And I could never. I could never, in part because, as people know, I have the palate of an 8-year-old, so I don't eat most of the stuff that they are jamming down their throats in a span of a minute or 2 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever the contest may be. But I'm a quick eater in the context that any parent out there listening is a quick eater. Like you shovel your food in your mouth at whatever opportunity you have, because you have very limited time to eat before one of your kids needs something. So you just again, you jam it down there, you eat as quickly as possible. Competitive eating, that's another game altogether. Couldn't do it.
And then the other undercard to it, as Brady gets taken down, so 3rd and 10 coming up, is 2 dudes, including Badlands Chugs, is going to try to drink a gallon of soda. Whoever finished it first, and like he's a guy who has this huge YouTube channel, ginormous human being, and can drink most gallon of liquids in like 30 seconds. Dude, it's wild. His YouTube channel, I was way too deep on it the other day, watching him chug turkey gravy and like habanero salsa. But it's a cool event that's going to be going down here on the Dream Stream on Sunday. So Sunday, there'll only be 5 sims. Brady gets hit as he tries to throw that one. Sunday, it's 6 o'clock window right here.
Flash in the chat, by the way. Several of our people. Moose is in the chat. Says, you guys are doing great, by the way. I can hardly tell this is your first sim. Very kind, Moose. Thank you for being here with us still. You must be incredibly bored or ignoring your children. Glash says, why don't you guys dress up? Who are we to infringe upon his thing?
I just felt like coming as is, man. This is us.
Sarah's not lent me any clothes either.
No.
That's a part of it. Crackle here. Such a great vibe tonight with Koff and Emerson. Do it again, guys. In like 6 months or a year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to overdo a good thing.
When Glash and I got done with ours like a month ago or whatever it was, we were like, all right, dude, let's do it again here like real soon. And then basically we've hardly spoke with each other. Like he hardly ever texts me back or calls me back. Although last week we connected, as I mentioned.
Sure. With the weather getting nicer, though, I do look forward to having Glash on my porch again sometime soon. I think that could be great.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll happen. Now, so having him inside your house is it's not an option. You already have like enough things going on.
Not to get all, I mean, political isn't the right word, but people interpret it that way. So let's not turn the chat into this, but not to get all political or whatever. He can come to my house as soon as he's vaccinated. but you know, until then, no, he's outside, just using my bushes to relieve himself in front of my neighbors as he did last time.
I would just think you like didn't want him in your house. I'm like, yeah, I totally like agree with you on that one. I can get him down on my stoop.
You cannot come in.
I lower like a microphone down, like out of our window, like 3 floors up. Here, talking to this microphone, dude.
No, it'll be great. You're doing awesome.
CJ71 over on Twitch says, so the truth comes out. Koff wants to wear Sarah's clothes.
Yeah, that's you've unlocked the secret. 17-7 Tampa Bay halfway through this third quarter. Again, Koff, Emerson, we got Mike, Daniel, Tara Lynn, Patrick, Kyle, all hanging out. Good to see multiple people on game ops for not the first time. It happened in the last few days, but for a long stretch, it was just one. So I don't know if we're getting back into doing pairings again, but more the merrier as far as I'm concerned. Without game ops and production team, obviously, but really game ops is, I mean, that's what you guys all care about in the chat because you care about your lineups. That's why you're here. Without those guys and gals, I mean, this isn't possible. This doesn't happen. And give it up for them in the manual scoring and smash the like, where we got like 600 watching on YouTube and of course, thousands more, as Rossi well knows, millions across the galaxy in all of our different platforms, including Twitch, twitch.tv/DraftKings. About 200 likes. We're almost there, so smash the like. As Dean Murray says, thought it was just a rumor, but it's true. Koff and Emerson on the same stream. Awesome.
It's happening. So I went with, what did I say, 24-17? I think I went with the Bucks winning this one. You took Seattle. I forget what your score was going to be.
It was like 31-24. It was high scoring. Not feeling great about it.
But so many times, like over the year of us doing these, like we'll get to the fourth. It's been like a slow-ass game or something. Just a terrible game. And then the fourth will explode. Points galore. We're all super hot and bothered just watching touchdowns and field goals be kicked. It's amazing.
Tyreek Hill's involved, though.
Yeah.
Kyle from Game Ops in the chat says, guys, be careful. Koff and Emerson said they're planning a super league with only select DK hosts.
Oh, yeah.
How confusing is that situation?
Dude, let me tell you what. If there is, like, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I definitely don't know a lot about what's going on over there with the Super League thing. All I know is I see everyone is so pissed off about it.
Yeah.
And and then there were a few Twitter followers who were tried to break it down like NBA terms, and so it was basically like take the Lakers, the Knicks, all of these teams, big teams, ginormous markets, and going to make like their own little league, leaving the smaller markets like Adam. I said, yeah, that kind of sucks for the smaller guy. What's the reason for it? Is what I want to know.
Daniel
Just more
says
money
trying
for
to
them?
apply the American sports model in Europe, basically. I think we should be taking some of the European model, like, regulating teams or relegating teams. Well, regulating them as well, but relegating teams. Like, when the Baltimore Orioles lose 110 games, you're a AAA team now. That's what I want to see. I want relegation in professional sports.
Kind of like that over there, I mean, I learned a lot about that with in Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso, yeah.
Watching that. Perfect.
Have you started watch? Because we were texting about Blue Mountain State recently. Did you start watching that yet?
I have not. No. You know what I did start watching last night? I was passing out. Was Trailer Park Boys? Has anyone seen that?
I've not. I've heard of it. I've not seen it.
It's pretty fun. I got like 10 minutes in. I just passed out. My body gave out, and it was really funny for the first 10 minutes, and then I went to bed.
Glash and Emerson are just, or Glash and Emerson, Glash and Jeff are just in the chat calling the Sims themselves. Well, fine. If you guys aren't going to do the game, we will.
Glash, what can we expect from your TikTok tonight? That's what I want to know.
Moose is promoting, by the way, golf show tomorrow after the 2:00 Eastern sim.
That's right.
Be there.
And if you guys, the week kicks off and you don't really want to wait until Tuesday after that 2:00 sim for our Tuesday edition of Get the Green, Reed T. Fowler and I will have you on Mondays. Just like we did today. It was epic.
Oh, you guys did it today?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do it on Mondays after the 2:00 sim. But there was
it was staying on schedule with just the one sim today.
Yeah, no. We slid in there at 3:00, did about an hour. So we got on like 3:05, 3:07. Just like I think Julian and Chirag did the slate, like an NBA edition of that.
Yeah.
I think they did that at like 5 today. So,
I've just been crushing sports movies that I either haven't seen or haven't seen in forever. Like on
like what?
Marcus'
What have you
recommendation, I watched Beer League a couple nights ago, the Artie Lang movie. Very enjoyable. You'd like it if you haven't seen it. It kind of like dirty work with a sports premise, basically, if you're into that sort of thing. And then today I watched A League of Their Own with my 8-year-old. He had never seen it, so that was good.
Oh, what do you think?
He liked it. It was a little slow for him. I mean, it's certainly a little more adult than Space Jam. But, but he followed it for the most part. And then I sort of beyond my own comprehension, I had never seen Hardball before. So I watched Hardball with, Keanu Reeves and Diane Lane. It's like a 20-year-old movie at this point in time.
Okay.
Baseball movie. It's good. It's really good.
Was he better in The Replacements?
He's The Replacements is iconic. You can't touch The Replacements with Hardball. but give it up to Keanu for trying.
Shane freaking Falco, man. Yeah. What an absolute legend.
Yeah. Like if there were one, man, I don't know. If there were one, this would be a fun one for the chat if anyone wants to weigh in, because we're through 3 here. If there were one movie character, TV character, sports character, obviously, athlete, that you wish could just come to life. I know a lot of people would pick Bobby Boucher, and I get it.
That's a good one.
But I kind of feel like I'd pick Shane Falco.
He's just so damn cool, And then he gets with the cheerleader. My wife's a former cheerleader. So it's like, Shane Falco being an elite athlete, myself being an elite athlete, like everything matches up,
Yeah, it's dead on.
Like kind of like replacement, like how I've replaced Glash, on the championship game here in the Madden bracket final. Poor guy, but he's all over the chat, so that's good, Good to know his passion, he still cares, his heart's still in this thing. He's being super, super positive.
I'll make him feel better with this. Freak of Nature says, fabulous energy in the sim. Smash that like button. That's how Glash shouts that out. It's a good energy in the sim.
Woo! Ross, cooking. Oh, dude, we're 9 likes away, by the way. 9 likes away from 200. So if there's 9 of you right now who want to get together, join hands and hit the like button together, we truly appreciate it. We love you.
Moose, could you tell people in the chat how to hit the like button just for old time's sake? I mean, for bracket final purposes. Is Tampa Bay closing in on yet another championship? Russ, incomplete left side.
Randy Barnes says Happy Gilmore. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
Corey O says Kenny Powers.
I like that one. Ricky Bobby, that's in there. If I may ask you an actual football question, though, I mean, heaven forbid, we bring some real football into this sim as Russ almost got there down to the one. These comments that have been making headlines from your future quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, this week, basically saying, and I'm paraphrasing here, but basically saying that he doesn't have that same cares about football and competing and like more than everybody else gene that the all-time greats have, and he doesn't care and he doesn't want it. And people have been making a real big deal out of this for the soon-to-be number 1 overall pick, Chris Carson touchdown. How do you feel about that as a Jaguars fan and someone who's getting ready to root for this guy week in and week out?
So he's basically saying like football isn't everything to him, right?
Correct.
I don't have a problem with that. But he's still saying he loves football. It's still like a priority to him. I think we're just really trying to break this down. And honestly, this would have gotten like the legs on this story. This would have been all over the place for a lot longer had the Jets had the number 1 pick. And it's like, are the Jets really going to do this? They're going to take this guy. Doesn't care. Doesn't like football. But it's kind of the bright side of the Jaguars. And maybe he's starting to think, yeah, I'm going to go play football for the Jaguars. I don't know if like football's like my number 1 love anymore. Like, it's all right. I don't know, man. It's like for the first time in a long time, you just feel like there's some hope.
I would find it so incredibly alarming as
maybe what he's trying to do is maybe he wants to go play for the Jets.
Like, was he trying to lower expectations? Like, the guy's considered like the best, projected talent since what, Peyton Manning, basically, and or at least the closest thing to a sure thing since Peyton Manning in scouts' eyes, experts' eyes. I mean, we are not those people, but those who weigh in on such things. And I don't know, that would. I'm not saying like, oh, you don't draft him. Like, we want Zach Wilson instead. That's not what I'm saying. I just like that would be. You want your starting quarterback, your franchise quarterback, to have a little crazy in him. And to have that Tom Brady gene, which, most don't have, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But to have that, Brady I mean, quite frankly, it's kind of the difference between like Brady and Aaron Rodgers in some ways. Like, football is very clearly not the most important thing in the world to Aaron Rodgers. Doesn't make him not an all-time great. Might limit him. Might be the difference though between being a one-time champion and a multiple-time champion.
I think he's super serious too, Aaron Rodgers, about wanting to be the Jeopardy host.
Yeah, frighteningly so.
Yeah, to where like you're not concerned if you're the Packers, right? But if you're Aaron Rodgers, I don't think it's going to happen. And he got better as the 2-week stretch went on. He even said there were a lot of nerves at first.
Yeah.
You're Aaron Rodgers. They offer you that. Like, you're the dude.
Well,
you're
so
the man.
Apparently, I didn't realize this. BK said this recently. Apparently, they filmed the entire season of Jeopardy in like a few weeks or something like that. Like, he could continue to be the Packers quarterback or whichever team if Green Bay moves on from, or vice versa eventually. He could actually be the Jeopardy host and just shoot the whole thing in the offseason. He could do that.
Yeah, I think it'd be too tough. I think to have all of those jobs, like, that's a huge job to have. I think sometimes if he's on a potential game-winning drive, that's a nice punt, pinning him down inside the 5.
Correction, Tara Lynn is the one who told me. I thought Tara Lynn told me, but like, it was courtesy of BK saying it on a sim or so. Whatever. It's all yours, Tara Lynn. You can have it.
I think if he's on a potential game-winning drive, he's not going to be able to take his mind off of Jeopardy. Like a big shoot he has next week in LA. I'm taking being the host of Jeopardy over like a successful Super Bowl winning quarterback in the NFL. Is that a safety? How is that not a safety?
So close. We need it, folks. We want it. We smell it. We have to have it in the bracket final. 2nd and 12 coming from the 1. Rossi also asking for, he says you got to have a buy stream trash cereal with Emerson Lazio. Rossi, if you haven't already and you're still there, would you like to throw out a buy stream trash of cereals for Emerson to weigh in on here?
Let me know, dude. Happy to help.
Happy to rake away.
My wife bought like 10 boxes of like cereal last week when we had our grocery delivery, because it was either like buy a boatload of cereal and then you'll get your delivery for free. And she's like, all right, well, I'd rather buy a bunch of cereal and pay for the cereal instead of pay for the delivery. I said, okay, that makes sense. And most of those boxes have been opened over the weekend, and it is just a wide variety of amazing cereals that I have stuffed inside me all weekend long. And I feel terrible actually about myself. When you eat, there's like, you get to one bowl, one makes you want 2, you get to 2, you go to 3, and then you kind of wish you stopped at 2.
I got to take your word for it.
You're not a huge cereal guy, are you?
I mean, I like cereal, but like there's liking cereal and there's being you, which is like you'll have any cereal put in front of you, you'll at least try it. And like you said, you'll have 10 boxes in the house at a time. Like there are like probably 3 or 4 different cereals that I even eat in the first place, and I will have them almost never. I like breakfast. Cereal is just not it's not a common thing for me.
So right there, I thought we were in prime position to see a blocked punt for a touchdown. I caught one of those about like a month ago.
Would have been great.
Which brings me to my next point.
Ooh.
And you have seen onside kicks in this game. You've seen multiple onside kicks, right? What is that moment like? Can you describe that moment to me?
It's really quite a thing, because you are so convinced that you will never see it here in these Madden sims. And then it happens, but here's the only problem with it. While it's breathtaking for about half a second, you quickly realize it doesn't matter. And the reason I say it doesn't matter is this. The only times that I have seen it, the only times that we have seen it collectively, the DK Sim fam, the only times it has ever happened are when it's a multiple score game. So the team that recovers, that's down, doesn't actually have the opportunity to like tie or take the lead with a score. They would still be down another score and need another onside kick. So it just doesn't feel as important, unfortunately. But it's exciting in that it's so rare. Hey, Rossi's weighed in, by the way, as we hit the 2-minute warning. Honey Nut Cheerios, Fruity Pebbles, Rice Krispies. Are you familiar with the buy stream trash game? I feel like I need to ask you that first. Do you know how this works?
Yeah, can you, is it similar to the other one that doesn't have an appropriate name to it?
Yeah.
Like the other, okay.
Yeah.
So what is what? Like which one is like?
Buy is obviously, it's the favorite. It's what you would want to own. It's the lifetime supply that Meg keeps bringing home from the market. The stream is, yeah, I'd try that once. And then the trash is, I don't want any part of that. That's gross. So buy stream trash, Honey Nut Cheerios.
I'm going top one Honey Nut Cheerios.
Okay.
Because it's
all
great.
Reliable for you.
It's all reliable, great. Could add fruit to it. Could almost grab just a handful of it if you want. Eat a try. This is where it gets interesting. So stream and trash. I mean, I'm gonna go Fruity Pebbles next, and then I'll get rid of the Rice Krispies. Because Rice Krispies and Honey Nut Cheerios are almost like so similar in a way to where you can still sweeten it up like a little bit, although you don't really do that with Honey Nut Cheerios. Rice Krispies, a lot of people like to put all the sugar on it and stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't mind it. We have the cookies and cream Rice Krispies right now. Those are pretty damn good. So there you go. Honey Nut Cheerios, I'll rank them. Fruity Pebbles next, Rice Krispies third. Out. Peace.
There you have it.
And like with the whole, what about, you can make Rice Krispies treats. You can do the same thing with Fruity Pebbles.
Ooh. You get there for the first, awfully close. Yeah, 1st and 10. Yeah. So Seattle down by 3, 2 timeouts available, ball at the 37. Like a little excitement in the sim. Cassie says, please, Seahawks, avenge my anger. Pushing for 250 likes, folks. Can we get there? Hyde with the catch. 7-yard pickup. 2nd and 3 coming.
Good energy in the sim tonight, though. Good energy in both chats. Over on YouTube and then over on Twitch, which Kaufman never pays attention to you guys, but I got you.
I got it open, though. I do have it open. Still not really reading it, but it's open.
It's all good, man.
Yeah.
2nd and 3. Dude, we said it, right? We said possibly overtime here.
I mean, it's what the sim fam needs. It needs more of the two of us for at least another few minutes.
For the bracket final? Why the hell not?
Our leader in the bracket final, by the way, just to tell the people, out of the 1940, two-way tie for first at the moment by about 3 points, but a lot can change. You got Godwin in the captain spot, Wilson, Brady, Carson, Hyde, and Suckup. So your guy, you have Suckup. Now a lot of people are just shouting out a whole bunch of cereals.
I love that. Keep it coming, baby. Let's go.
As Rossi says, smash that like. I wonder if Rossi is just hanging out with us, and then when this is done, he's going to go record another Pop Culture Pile Driver pod.
Dude, I was talking to Billy about that, too, over the weekend. I'm like, you guys have like 5 podcasts, man. That's
so
a lot.
Many pods. Oh, Lamarcus here. Get off your pedestal, Cough.
Oh, no.
Everyone getting together for the bracket final.
We got the squad together, baby. We're mobbing here.
No one is quicker to tell me how unimportant I am than Matt LaMarca, without fail. Well, I love that. 3rd and 5. Huge conversion for the first to the 29. Still one timeout available. Are they just going to let this tick down and take the field goal? Looking like it. There's that timeout.
X Factor is cooking, baby.
Rossi says he's going to bed. Zach Thompson's here.
No way.
DT in the fam. He says whole fam here. Did you and Glash get this kind of treatment when you guys were together? Or is this more about the bracket final? This is some kind of thing.
More. No one showed up for us. Everyone's like, yeah, whatever. I also think we did it like at 2 o'clock.
Kyle
like
says, now we're just missing the deuce. But are we? I can't get in here, Kenny. All right. For overtime,
46?
potentially. 1st and 10.
Myers. Come on, baby.
Oh, good by a million yards. Good by a million. Emerson joked earlier about quadruple overtime. Well, guess what? At least maybe one on the way.
All right, who do you guys need?
Kenny Ducey.
Who do you have in your lineup that you need to deliver right now? That's definitely not Kenny Ducey.
Rossi says bracket final, and it's the only damn sim. You know what this is evidence of, in truth? Like Rossi hit it on the head. The fact that this is the only sim, as Rossi says, the Sim's X Factor is lit. Rossi, Moose, Zach, Lamarca, Glash, Tara Lynn. I don't know if I'm missing anybody else that has popped into this thing, but what this speaks to is the sadness that exists in all of our lives, honestly. The fact that we wouldn't know what to do with ourselves in a day with no sims. One sim and everybody's here. Well, maybe not you. I mean, you could take a couple weeks off and just we'll see you guys later. But the rest of us, we don't know what to do with ourselves.
Honestly, though, at least I pop in on the Sims and just chime in, just say, hey, what's up, dudes? How you guys doing? You know, just checking in while I'm soaking up the sun here in the Mile High. Lamarca, thank you, bro. Says even Emerson could have made that kick. And Glash and I are still scheduled to try to do a one-on-one basketball game here soon.
Well, now the weather's nicer.
Well, yeah, that's what we were kind of waiting on.
Yeah, I mean, we should, like, a whole bunch of us. Rossi's talked about this for a while. Should all get together and do a little wiffle ball or something.
Wiffle ball?
Yeah.
What about just basketball? What about doing like
contest in his garage or something like that? But
okay, I'm in.
Why not?
What about doing like a 3-on-3? You know, 3-on-3 little hoops.
What would fair teams be, do you think? Obviously, you got to think about who's in the area. So, like, sorry, Marca, unless you're taking the train or bus in or something like that. You know, we got to think about the people that are local. So what would a good 3-on-3 setup be?
So I'm trying to think who here is local that we have.
Well,
so you,
the two of us, Flash, Rossi, Zach, who's here, obviously in the chat.
Oh my God, we have a fumble and it's scooped up by Seattle, and all of a sudden,
flag,
face mask, no way. Oh my God.
Not great.
All right, so that was that after the recovery?
So
after the recovery,
any points win it now. So they only need a field goal for Myers to win this thing, complete the upset, and have Russ get his revenge on Tom Brady for the Malcolm Go moment.
So you, me, Glash, Rossi, ZT,
Reed, that's 6.
Reed.
Are we forgetting any? Bukes is local.
I mean, like, Bukes could do it. Bukes, the former professional dodgeball player,
which is just like basketball.
Samir could be like the equipment manager.
Of course, yeah. I mean, someone needs a water boy.
We don't really want Billy to play because he'll break something.
Yeah, inevitably. I mean, it's very clumsy.
So we just need one more really for like 4-on-4. Reed used to be a good basketball player in high school, he says.
I like that you cap that with "he says."
He does say it. I haven't seen him play.
Seen the footage, is what you're saying.
No, I have not. Wilson, just don't turn this thing over.
First down and more. Gets it. Touchdown! Bracket final champs. Russell Wilson, the captain for so many of you, punctuating the win for Seattle.
The 10 seed, knocking off the king of the hill, Tom Brady. Father Time can't take him down, but the Rust Bus can.
The team with the best record in Simland. So, cream rises to the top, huh?
Grandma la creme.
Chef Duke told you, Koff, Seattle was going to win. I took Seattle. I mean, not the.
Yes, he did.
Today, not at the beginning of the bracket. So if you had it at the beginning of the bracket, much more impressive out of you. Rossi asking about Jesse and Tara Lynn, also available to. I didn't see Tara Lynn. She did weigh in. I was looking. She says, "Can I be the bench warmer?" Sure. Yeah.
I mean, you know what? Glash is. All right. I could see Glash like getting like way too like into it and like injuring people.
Yeah, he'd like have eye black on. Like, no, bro, this is basketball. What are you doing?
Like
you can already see his elbow. Basketball on his TikToks.
Yeah, he looks the part, which is nice. Wait, so Delphish says Lamarca can't drive a car? I don't know if he'd want to come here. If he had a car and he could drive a car, he would drive over to Kenny's and get that mattress that Kenny bought off of him.
You see, that's a thing. Brady 201 passing, couple touchdowns. Wilson, touchdown and a pick in the air, 119 passing, obviously active on the ground as well. And we'll give you those numbers here in just a hot second. We'll also look at our smaller free roll, give you all the players of the games. My lineup was junk.
Dude, same here.
154 at the moment out of the 177.
Oh my God.
With Wergy 2 projected for the win, barring any changes, obviously, with the manual scoring. So,
dude, mine's
Carson's
terrible.
17 for 66 touchdown. I'm saying awful lineup for me. Russ 5 for 60. He had a touchdown. Fournette was he had 24, 26 for McCoy. Hyde was real hide your kids, hide your wife kind of moment. 3 for 10 for Carlos. We'll look at the pass catchers as well, just to hit on those stats. I don't think we had anybody get anywhere close to the bonus, certainly not in the air or on the ground.
I love 80 pokers. Like, Glash would definitely have the most gear on. Like, he'd be the guy wearing like the knee pads out there. Raindrops.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'd show up just, I'd wear in a like a Scott Howard Teen Wolf jersey.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Lamarcus says I can only play in 15-second spurts. So
That's
Godwin
fine.
goes 9 for 85. Touchdown for Metcalf, touchdown for Gronk. So, well, who do you got? Who's your, as we've called it, the Krusty Koff player of the game?
Let me see. Can I go ahead and just give my babysitter Billy, not my
Please.
kid, I'm still single player of the game, Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett,
Yeah.
0 freaking points, dude. And
Too
I'm
sick.
looking just in our contest alone, 32% owned. Dude, I finished, like, as of right now, 169 out of 177, and 3 people didn't fill out a lineup.
Yeah, 156 for me, so almost equally bad. I think it might be Godwin for the player of the game, though. About 46% owned. He had 17.5 points, 9 for 85, no touchdowns, but for the ownership and the points per dollar and all that, he was pretty good.
Yeah, North 26. Yeah, that's not a bad one, dude. But my God, I knew Lockett would be bad. He had like a point the last time they played each other. I said, that's not going to happen again. Idiot.
Way more importantly, the people tracking the Madden Stream $35,000 bracket challenge final with 10K going to first. Out of 1,940 people, we have a projected, because I don't know if stats are finalized yet, a projected tie for first between one TM32, 23rd entry for that person, and Storm 2487, 6th entry, 91.45 points. Godwin and the captain, Wilson, Brady, Carson, Hyde, and Suckup. Hyde actually getting it done in the air, 7 for 38 with just the 10 rushing yards. So Godwin, Wilson, Brady, Carson, Hyde, and Suckup, 91.45 points. And the leader in our free roll went for 84.78. So don't worry, you still weren't close to 10K if you were feeling bad for half a second.
Yeah, I was like 55 points. But that's still a nice payday if that holds $6,500, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal.
Real strong.
So that's the Madden tournament there, man. That's how it comes to an end.
A lot happens in a week.
Of course, it goes to overtime, and it's over just like that. A little fumble. Was that a Mike Evans fumble or Chris Godwin? One of the two. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I don't recall.
I gotta pay attention to know that kind of stuff.
All right, we're gonna look. Let's see.
We do have a 6-game slate coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, we can preview all that good stuff.
So you and Christian on the noon, Eagles, Broncos, then Titans, 49ers, you and Kenny.
Sweet. There we go. Yeah, so those would be
PGA pre-lock. Well, we're not
Jeff.
calling it that anymore. No, what are we calling it? Get the green. Get the
Right?
green. No, the golf one is get the green.
Gotcha.
And then what's next?
After the 2 o'clock. And then you and Zach, like you said, Patriots, Cowboys. That's at 4. MLB pre-lock, Bukes and Gary, and after that, Sim. And then late classic at that point. Glash makes his triumphant return with Brandon, BK, Brandon Cristal. 8 o'clock, Bears, Packers, Glash and Kenny. Couple of buddies hanging out. And then Rossi and Moose, Madden After Dark, a little more than 24 hours from now. That's good. Be a good time right there.
Dude, I had a good time with you, man. You and the whole squad behind the scenes. We should do this again sometime.
Yeah, like Jeff says in the chat, where was it? Great show, guys. It's like you've done at least 2 Sims together before. It's incredible.
Oh, Jeff, can't wait to see you here on the Dream Stream tomorrow. So excited for it. Also, I'll be on the sweat tomorrow morning at 11.
There you go.
I know some of you said I don't care about the sweat. Well, you should.
You should.
You should be there. 11 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow morning.
Support the Dream Stream, people. Get advice for your NBA and MLB and NHL lineups and PGA and so much more. You got to do it. Well, thanks obviously to Mike, to Daniel, Tara Lynn, to Kyle, to Patrick, to everybody for hanging out with us. This was fun, man. Long overdue, and only took a year and change for us to actually ask someone to do it. And so now we need to do it again.
And again, threaten your producers, people. You'll get what you want.
Goes a long way.
All right, man.
The Dream Stream tomorrow, folks.
Peace.